The Air Resources Board is interested in understanding how our modern homes built to California's very good building code, designed for energy efficiency. So the homes in California all require a baseline mechanical ventilation to make sure there's a baseline amount of air exchange with the outdoors. And there was some question or some interest in whether different mechanical ventilation approaches result in different protection factors for outdoor pollutants. There are places in California where homes are facing substantial levels of outdoor pollutants, and whether there are different ways you can ventilate your home. You can have exhaust ventilation where you pull air out of the home, and then air will come in through cracks and gaps. You can supply ventilation to your home, push air into your home, and you could do a combination, which we call balance of supply and exhaust. And there was a question, if you go from an exhaust system, which is currently the most common, to a supply system, for example, does that change the amount of outdoor pollutants that you encounter in your home? The general study design was we installed all the systems that we were interested in into the same house. This is a house that was in a place that's impacted by outdoor air pollution. It's in Sacramento, which at times has high outdoor air pollution. And also it was about 300 meters downwind of the I-80 freeway. So that also increases the levels of certain pollutants. Systems were installed into the same house, and we would switch between systems to evaluate their performance for outdoor particles. We switched, or we tested each system for about a week in the summer to get the performance under hot weather conditions that have certain characteristic air pollution. And we tested them in the fall and winter cool and cold weather conditions that have a different kind of air pollution. And then we also did some experiments where we generated particles indoors by cooking. We were very surprised by how protective the basic house was. So the most common system, what we call a reference, is to have a continuous exhaust ventilation. It's often a bath fan or a laundry room fan that just runs at a low level continuously. And then air gets pulled in through the building shell. This was a moderately tight house built in 2006. This house is very typical of homes built around that time. And just the exhaust fan with this modestly tight building shell actually substantially reduced the indoor concentrations of outdoor particles. The PM₂.₅ was substantially reduced indoors compared to outdoors just by particles being filtered while coming into the house and depositing in the house. So that was number one. Number two, we were really pleased to see how much more particle removal you could get with even a MERV 13 filter. These aren't the highest quality filters. These are kind of a moderate level filter. And the MERV 13 filters dramatically reduced particles another notch beyond what we had seen from the reference system. We were seeing 90% reductions, for example. And that was for the outdoor particles. And then for the indoor generated particles, likewise, we saw several of the systems really could greatly reduce the particles from indoor events. The group that I am with at Lawrence Berkeley National Lab does research on an array of topics related to indoor air quality in homes with a focus on energy efficient homes. So we're trying to make great homes. We want the homes to be comfortable. We want the homes to be very low energy use and very soon to be net zero energy use. But we want them to also be healthy. Okay, we don't want to trade low energy for poor health. Okay, so we want to make sure that we manage the pollutants well. So we want to reduce the emissions of pollutants in the home. That's things like low emitting materials, the low formaldehyde materials that ARB has helped with. Also, we want to exhaust pollutants where they are sourced, so in the bathrooms and the kitchens. And then we want to make sure that we provide filtration and air cleaning as needed to further improve that, and also proper ventilation. The research is ongoing. We're interested not just in how the systems work in the ideal sense, we're also interested in how they work in real life. So what are the challenges that come up? There's a lot of research there. A lot of codes and standards work, so we support codes and standards activities to make sure that the building codes and the building standards reflect best practices, and to help the people who are setting those codes and standards understand that you can have very efficient homes that also have very good indoor air quality.